Hello everyone, you're welcome to this video. I'm Karine Enokenwa and I'm filming from Yaoundé, Cameroon. I've felt this prompting for quite some time in my spirit to I think it's something that people know about. I don't know, but um I've been led for some time now to talk about it, to share my thought on the topic, and that's why I'm making this video. You're welcome. I pray that it blesses somebody, and yeah, I pray that it blesses somebody. Okay, I want to talk about balance. I want to talk about balance. What is balance? Balance. I'll just define it. I don't know the way I can, not according to any dictionary definition or so, but I think balance is a situation in which um, things involved or elements concerning something are equal or are in a correct proportion. It speaks of being steady. It speaks of being firm on the ground. It speaks of correct proportion, being equal, and so. Um, what do I want to say about balance? I've usually heard people say, eh, you do the one, they go talk. You do in pidgin, of course. You do that one, they go talk. You do the other one, they go also talk. So may you just live your life. It's true, but it's good for us to understand that the way life functions, it's life itself is craving for balance. And I think God had balance in mind when He created the world and when He created humans. I'll take for example, there is light and there is darkness. Have you ever imagined a world without darkness? Although when places are dark, but there is a role that darkness plays in life, in the in to for life to function normally. There's a place that darkness of for darkness, and there's a place for light. So God causes light, and then after He causes darkness, so that there should be a balance. I mean, we are male and female. Have you ever thought of life with just females? I used to think about it and I just laugh. Or a life with just males. Man, I used to think about it and it doesn't just sound. So being male and female in this world, it speaks of balance. Um I've heard of not of recent, but I mean I've heard a lot of times pastors insisting, telling Christians the place of work. I mean, we know that I'm a Christian. We know that our Christian work is a work of faith. So if we just had to depend on faith, why would God say that He will bless the works of our hands? I mean, He's God. He makes everything. He can just give us everything. But there is the role of work in our lives. That is why I often hear people say that pray as though everything depended on God, and study or work as if everything depends on you. It speaks of balance. You have to strike that balance. You have to strike that balance. And then that I just coming. It's just to show us how much a lot about life is wovers around balance. For us young girls, you always Yeah, even as Christian young girls, you pray, you fast, you speak in tongues. Yes, it's good. That's when you're preparing for marriage. You pray, you fast, you go to church, you serve God. That is good. But there is always the role of character, of packaging that's looking presentable. It cannot be overemphasized. Even though you pray, they always tell younger, even though you pray, you also have to present yourself well. You need to have a good, be of good character. It speaks of balance. It speaks of balance. So there's so many things about life that speaks of balance. And I've been thinking about it, and I said, no, let me come up here and share. Let me share what maybe someone out there has been thinking about, thinking of the same thing. Yes, there's a lot about our life that has to do with balance. Things should be done in the equal, in equal proportion, in the correct proportions, or equally, if I can put it so to say. So many things speak of balance. Another point, yeah, you are expected as a child of God to be a giver. And the same Bible or the Word of God speaks, denotes the fact that God hates wastage. So, in as much as you're expected to give, you're equally expected to save. It speaks of balance.